Okay.
And all right, so I am here with Benny and Josh,
Hello.
friends of mine. So and talk Josh.
What's up? This is Josh.
He's been in a few videos of mine before, not many, but he's been in a few. Josh has been you've been playing since set one, right?
Yeah, basically been playing since the onset of the game, set one. You know, pretty competitive. I mean, I've been gone to some regionals, but yeah, I like to play at locals for fun. Usually, I play fun decks at locals, but
And Benny, you've been playing since you said around I think it was you said February, so like early into set nine.
Yes, I just started out playing in around February, like mid-February, I would say. Um, I got into the game. It's my first ever card game as well. I never played any card games ever. This is my first ever card game, and it's by far one of my favorite. And I do want to be, like what Josh said, become a competitive player and go to regionals and hopefully top.
Yeah. So basically what this video series is going to be is every week I want to try to get a conquest format recorded. Basically what it is players take between 3 and 5 decks that don't share cards, no overlapping, and they play it out. So I want to get at least 3 games recorded with that, and kind of instead of just showing the games, actually talk with them and talk about things that they did right, important plays that they did right, and then important plays that they did wrong, because mistakes are gonna happen, right? Josh has been in the game a while. Benny's been in the game for a little under a year. I've been in the game since the start. We all make mistakes, and it's important to go back and look and I think talk about in this matchup or in general what you have to do. How I go about it. So for this videos, it's gonna look a little janky, or not janky, but a little off-putting because the video is gonna be heavily sped up to save us time. But I basically like slowed it down for more important parts, like big combos like you had in one game and others. So this first game we have Pilaf versus Ginyu and Benny. Look how fast I go.
That was pretty fast, man.
Right, dude. And look at this man. Still takes a while to charge.
I know. I remember Josh
Yeah.
specifically was taking forever to
Yeah.
charge on this.
So the turn one,
people hate him, man. Hate him.
getting the turn one super combo to make them ditch before they can even do anything. That's nasty.
Yeah,
That's
that was a
very
good play. I was like, man, before he even charges, like, let me just start hitting that hand. Right
Now,
now.
if he had that Goku on that same play, that would have been even more sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't know what that Goku does, you could activate main and warp a card 4 or less, and it's also a crit 15k. It's very
Yeah.
hard. It's very
A
hard
free
to
play
like.
15 crit is nice. The only downside to it is that it's a 0 combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a dead card in hand
Yeah.
unless you could proc it, but it is still really good.
So obviously turn one you play the Vegeta. You always have that Vegeta turn one. I just want to point out. Benny Pilaf, he has nothing to play turn one. It's a deck that really pops off turn three.
Yeah.
So the first 2 turns it's mainly just gonna attack and draw. So that's what
Trying to
Josh
stay alive.
Josh chooses not to combo out, which is a good play. So with this Ginyu deck, it's actually a lot of sequencing.
Yeah.
And by the way, this footage is heavily sped up, and this man is still taking a while to play his cards.
I can tell. It's okay.
So this was actually one of the first plays that I saw you did wrong because what Jace does, what I had to read it. It looks at the top three. It can add a Ginyu. It can add a Ginyu to a Ginyu Force to your hand. Good job, Tim. A Ginyu Force to your hand, and then you can put the remaining cards on the top and or bottom, so you can actually separate them. It was worded to where you can separate them. So you can separate the cards. So you can choose to put one on top, one on bottom. It doesn't matter. And you put one in your hand. So what you do here is, see, I thought maybe for a second I was like maybe you kind of just didn't see anything you wanted to hit. But here you put 2 on top, 1 on bottom. Was there only one Ginyu Force card in the?
I believe, yeah. I believe there was a target, and I chose to. It was something. It was either a target or something I wanted to draw into on my next turn, because that's why I top decked it. The other 2 cards I didn't want.
So it would make sense if the top card was a Ginyu, but if you have 2 cards in there that are Ginyu, then you're going to grab one, put one on top.
Yeah, because it's better to at least get a card.
Yeah, because the Ginyu leader itself plays a Ginyu from the top of your deck if it is a Ginyu card. Right? So he attacks, he's a 15k, he takes it. This is where, you know the top card of your deck. It's a Ginyu Force card, it's the birder, and that's really good.
Such a dirty
such
play.
a good effect.
Yeah, it's a 15k beatdown, which is really good, especially because you can look at these 3 attacks off turn, 4 attacks total turn turn, what is this, 2? And at the end, Josh is kind of doing his stuff while Benny's taking his turn. But basically, what the birder does, it does kind of the same thing the Jace does, except you don't add it to your hand. You just get to
You just
reorder.
rearrange it, set up your draws. For
So
the next
so
turn.
so the best thing to do is obviously put the top card that you're gonna draw, then the card that you're gonna play with Ginyu.
Yeah.
And the Ginyu also does draw on his
And
attack too.
the
It's
best
just
thing with
after.
Ginyu, it filters your deck as well.
Yes.
So much.
So you're able to set up your plays, right?
Yeah.
Benny, you were running 3 different unisons in this Pilaf
I
deck.
was. It's because I didn't have actually like a 4 set of the unisons I had, so I had to just go based off what I
Yeah.
Yeah,
had.
it did.
And this is the first
catch
one
me
you
off
played.
guard. I was like, whoa, you got 3 different ones. I'm
You
like,
got this
okay.
boy out.
And,
And
I
you're
was
at
already
4
at 4
lives.
lives,
Yeah,
so
so
I
you
awaken.
just choose to awaken
That
there.
unison's really
Which,
good. in
when
Pilaf.
you see all those 15Ks, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I can't blame you on that one.
Yeah.
So you go after that, and I believe you lower it by 5 on your attack.
Yeah, so I popped the super combo.
You chose
I
the
chose the super
Vegeta.
combo to pop it because
Good play, good play.
it was the best thing to do because
Yeah.
that unison just says, oh, you know, every time this swings, you could -5 something about
Which is always a good thing. When you have something that can minus something rather than minusing the thing you're attacking into, if you have something you can kill, it's
Right.
effectively like taking away that combo power. But when you see a deck like Green that's running the hand destruction ones, it is a blatant target for anything that can do something like that. And
Yeah.
it's actually a bad.
That was really rude. I was like, man.
I know,
was
and then
like,
you
that
chose
is
not to combo out to
next.
save your guy.
And
I
then
didn't want to.
also I was
the one.
noticing.
See, Jice generates value. The Raccoon is literally just a 15K after I play it. So I'm like, I can lose that one. Jice is the one I want to save.
Yeah, I mean, Birder still generates value, but
Well, no, I was talking about Raccoon. Raccoon doesn't.
oh, well, you said Birder does.
After I seen that he comboed out, Frieza was telling me, indicating me that he does not have a unison in his hand.
Yeah, that's a good thing to note because obviously that is a really good use, especially where you're playing things that are going to be playing other things.
Yeah.
Again, this is sped up.
No.
This is his 3rd charge. What the hell, Josh?
Because
He didn't know what to charge.
No, because I had 4 cards in hand and they were all good. I wanted to use them all. So no, I didn't know what I wanted to charge. I didn't want to charge anything, but I had to.
And also, I believe he has 4
Judge
cards in
this
hand.
man stalling.
I do believe Josh did have 4 cards in hand, or he has actually 3 cards.
So
in hand.
I bring the Ginyu up there.
Cody, it's a bad spot.
So also, and that's why I was attacking his board mainly was because he doesn't
He
get any
knew I
life.
didn't have land. You know, if I have a low hand, if you kill my board, then I don't.
can't-
really
Yeah.
have,
you
I'm
can't-
not threatened.
And you actually charge the
Goldo.
Goldo, which you actually do need because you haven't actually seen the Goldo on the field yet.
Yeah.
So that's pretty important. So you're attacking into the unison, I believe.
No, he attacked leader.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you went to the leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
He swung at
Yeah,
leader.
see, I swing with Jice so that way I can, if I get a Ginyu, I think this is when I realized, oh wait, I actually can get a card to hand.
Yeah.
But it also is a setup because I want to put a Ginyu on the top of the deck
Yeah.
to proc leader. So I'm hoping I see 2 targets.
Such fast.
I know. Look at you. He looks like normal speed. You're in fast.
I'm just like.
because this man. So you got, what was that? Helix Strike, or which one was that?
Helix
I think
Strike, I
that
believe. It was the yellow, yeah.
And Helix Strike is, what does he do exactly?
Helix Strike is activate main for 1 energy. You discard it from your hand, and it's a good effect, but it's kind of a gamble because you're gonna look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and it's like the Jice effect. Well, besides the rearranging, where so out of the top 3, you can get any Ginyu Force and add it to your hand. And then if you do add a Ginyu Force to your hand, you get to free play a Ginyu Force that costs 2 or less on the field. It doesn't have to be the one that you grab. It could be another one that you have in hand. But the downside is you're paying 1 energy and you're discarding that Helix. And if you whiff, you basically just paid an energy and just discard a card for nothing.
Yeah, that's
So
that's where the effects of
high
get
risk,
Birder.
high
Yeah,
reward.
that's the effects of Birder and whoops.
That's why you want to set it
Whoa.
up.
How did I do that one?
Now you put it in super slow motion. Now it looks really slow.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to pick up. I don't know how. I accidentally pressed the forward button, I guess. Yeah. Here we go. So we're right around here.
Yeah, so that's why you want to use an effect like Jice or Goldos, so I know what cards are on the top of my deck.
Let's pull it back.
If
'Cause I
I'm- if
think
I'm gonna heal.
oh, okay. Here that was your turn 2.
You should be on my 3rd charge. Yeah.
Yeah, you were attacking. You grabbed the Helix Strike
Yeah, I think it's right here. So this is perfect.
right there. Yeah.
Yep.
So you're attacking with. So I think you comboed up, Benny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you comboed up the 5. You see the
Yeah.
Vegeta
I
on
was
the
like,
top.
I'm not gonna see this card, so and then
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was a nice play. That was dirty.
Wolfang, good.
I was like, ugh.
It's minus
Kill
15 to Wolfang is
And it
only
was
minus.
also a
It's Wolfang is minus 15 to 1 or 2 battle cards.
1. The counterplay is the 2 battle cards, but they have to be in play.
Yeah, so it actually doesn't
does
hit
not hit the card that is
Yeah.
going into play, which is stupid.
Yeah. So
But this
you,
I actually did take. I just discarded a card.
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
alright, let's hit the
But I was
hand.
just thinking which one
you have
it
a pretty
was.
good hand side too.
I do, and that's why.
That's why I was like, it's not gonna hurt him too bad. But
By
I
the
didn't
way,
have much better to do in my
Helix Strike was main or battle?
main.
active main, you do it from hand.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was figuring out what he was basically gonna do this turn.
Yeah, you kind of messed me up that turn
Killing the
because
birder?
by killing me the birder, because I believe I was I was going in the
So when you
raccoon.
played this, I denied of hope.
Yeah,
Which is a
see?
good play because
I was gonna raccoon into a birder or a goldo.
yeah,
So you stopped that play.
which
And I
was
just-
denial was obvious. Like people are hard on for the free play ones, but the ones that have cost still have a lot of effect. It's more than just good for one off. Oh,
And then I just.
he just has everything right here.
Yeah, you literally just like
Yeah,
had an answer for every one of my plays that turn. I was like, man,
that's
I
what.
can't catch
This
a
is
break.
where the Vegeta Unison actually comes in very clutch because
Yeah.
you can see he's only at 2 energy, and pretty much every other useful Unison is going to be a 3 cost.
Yes.
So these aren't active until his turn.
And that's
3.
actually why I really like the Vegeta Unison in Pilaf, is because the robots go off on turn 3, so you're not really doing much the first 2 turns. So
It gives you
it gives
something.
you the turn 2 play,
Yeah.
and your counter plays live.
And
Which is awesome, especially with Ginyu. You know, you need answers. It's
Yeah.
a super aggro deck. If it
They're
does
gonna
well.
do a wide board, so you want to be
so
able to
you're-
answer it.
Yeah.
You want to answer with Yamcha, and then also have 2 energy open for like say Topo, Denial of Hope,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So you take the life to basically kill the Unison, which is a good play.
Yeah.
It keeps him from being able to spam stuff like the
Yeah.
Wolf Fang
Plus,
and the
I
Yamcha.
know Pilaf's ability, if he sacks 3 dudes, he gets the Unison triple attack. So
Notably, he charges the Topo, which I think is a bit odd.
No, I charged the
no, he
crown.
chose the crown.
Oh,
because
that's a
he
crown.
saw that I
Sorry, that
only
looks
had
like
one
Topo.
I saw that
energy.
he
He wasn't gonna be able to use it.
Sorry, at a
Then-
distance that looked like Topo.
Yeah.
It's all right.
The artwork was they had the same style, I guess it was.
Yeah.
So as you guys can see, I am on my turn 3, so this is where I could go off with my machines.
Your machinas.
Ex Machina.
So I am thinking what I want to swing at.
Yeah, your Unison is gone. If you slide your Unison, you could just attack an leader,
Yeah.
pop that off. But yeah, because you want to be able to put pressure on, but like he's gonna take a life no matter what.
Yeah, so I did overwhelm to get more cards advantage than him. That's why I did that play.
Yeah.
I wanted to have more card advantage, and also it's an extra swing, a free
Yeah.
swing that I could do, and I believe I did swing Trunks into his Dodoria.
I think that's what you did.
Yeah, so you put a denial in your warp, which is can be a bit risky
Yes, it
because
was.
obviously
Well, no, you actually go to leader on that one.
yeah.
But
So,
you probably swing Yamcha.
I do know what I swing.
so he takes the damage. All right here.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think you verbally say it, but we don't see it.
Yeah. That's This is my first ever video like being recording, so
That's
I
alright.
have to point.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
there you go. I did point.
That was me asking like, wait, what were you
Where are
swinging
you
at? I'm
swinging?
like,
At?
"Alright."
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, at that point, I didn't care because I was already at 4 life, so I don't really want to go down
Yeah.
anymore offensively taking life.
Nice. This guy over here, Tim, aka
Man of the Sideboard podcast over here.
he always
Opening
pulls
his
everything.
boxes in front of us. He pulled the baby hatch SCR, and then he pulled God Pack in a second box. Just trying to flaunt us while we're recording this.
First one in our
At
local
Ender's
scene.
Games, by the way. We're at
Baby
Ender's
hatch.
Game. I haven't really mentioned that. You can see the little logo in the corner.
On the right.
Give him a bigger shout in a little bit.
So right here, I'm thinking what to do. So I do pull the machines out.
And so the 2-drop lets you play the other 2-drops, right?
Yes. My and I believe
2 energy, you get 3 15Ks.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
then-
but there is also the 1-drop that lets you essentially
Yeah, the
play
shoe.
all of them because it's the shoe that lets you sack it to play
Right.
the other.
Which is
so,
really nice.
So on turn 3, you can actually play all 3 for 1 energy,
Yes.
which is
But in this case, I couldn't do that because he was.
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
was,
So
this is
Revenge
where I was
Death
like, I
Ball,
knew he was
really-
gonna go to the
really
robots.
good.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
shocking death ball and pop.
sorry,
one.
Shocking Death Ball. Yeah,
and I
Shocking
did
Death Ball
check
really can
against
negate
Marky.
against like fast decks like that.
Yeah.
It's certainly like
It did hurt.
because he did have Sparking active, so if he does it again, he could just try to negate to pop another thing.
Yeah.
But
But he does awaken. I forced him to awaken.
yeah, which is
good. And Ginyu, the only thing that sucks about Ginyu is that you just draw 2 energy, which you don't untap energy. And a lot of times I feel like that hurts.
On defense, it's usually good.
On defense, draw 2 is fine.
Yeah, but
On offense,
offense you want an untap.
Untap.
Yes.
Because then you're just gonna be stuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Something that I had to learn by playing with all the guys here.
There are times when you do have an opportunity to awaken, and like you have an untapped leader, but you just you don't have anything you can play. So if you awaken, you're just wasting the energy.
Yeah.
That feels bad.
Yeah. And if you had like an ape in the drop area, it's essentially the same as being a draw 2 leader.
My favorite leaders though.
Again, this man takes 2 minutes to charge.
Well, because I was like, I don't even know if I want to charge.
Yeah,
I'm such in a bad spot.
Yeah, I think
like,
you're on your 4th energy, going to your 5th.
But the thing is, Ginyu honestly doesn't even need more than 4 energy. Like
Yeah.
the deck is really low to the ground.
Unless you have that secret rare.
Low cost cards. Yeah.
Especially because the leader itself is able to play cards
For free.
and draw, so it's not like it plays or draws.
Yeah.
So it's certainly a lot of value, right? You're saving energy, you're drawing, you're getting plus, and then the one that plays another one, and then that lets you add crypto hands. It's just a constant cycle that's really good. Come on, make the decision.
I know. I think it was the same. I think it was the actual play that he went for too. He still did it.
There we
So
go. He makes the
units.
decision.
And what hurt Ginyu is not seeing your units in the first 2 plays. You know.
Yeah.
In Ginyu, that it hurts the deck a lot.
You can run Demigra Unison, so that way you have your Unison fast. So if you want to be able to use like Dormant Potential Unleashed,
or counterplay freezes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Otherwise, you're stuck using the 2-drop. So with that one, if its -2 effect is on the opponent's next turn, if they want to attack with a battle card, they have to sacrifice one of their own battle cards, energy cost of 2 or less.
Yeah. 2 swing with
or is it 2 or less or 2 or more?
2 or more.
2 or more.
2 or more.
High cost.
Yeah, so it has to be 2 or more. Can't be 1-drops, and it can't be barrier, obviously, because barrier can't be targeted by a skill, and it's a cost, but that's a skill cost effectively. It's an added cost by a skill. So
The reason why I keep looking at his drop was I wanted to see how many Ginyu guys did he have in his drop to see if he can't.
because you can also look at his energy, right? He has a Goldo, he has a Jace in his drop. You've seen him go through another Jace, so I think he cleared his board at one point, so this is actually his 3rd Jace so far through the game. He's had at least 1 Burger, at least 1 Raccoon, so
and no Goldo.
Yeah,
Goldo.
He had the Goldo, but he charged
Yeah,
it.
he charged it. So, and I think that hurt him.
Yeah. So you add I didn't even notice which card you added to hand, but you added one of them to hand. And so let's see.
So I comboed out the Yamcha because I don't have a Unison in place, so I figured.
Unless you plan to put one, and right here at 4 energy, like you have a lot of things. You in your hand, like I could see your hand. So you had like a Topo in hand. You had I think multiple Unisons. You had a lot of things you could do.
Yeah, and that's why I charged the Unison, because Unison I just feel like it's no combo power, so it's just dead in your hand. So that's why I charged it. If it I do like where you could plus a Unison up by putting it under, but at this time I just felt like it wasn't necessary.
You're having to waste more to do not much.
And I always wanted to be more at hand advantage with him.
Right.
Yeah, and you still play the Unison, right? And that's still good because it lets you.
So I looked at his hand.
Yeah.
I -2.
Right. Yeah, that's where you.
looked at his hand.
And I think you grabbed my super combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was also good because you knew like how much combo power I had in hand. And
That's always
what my options were.
That's always something important to do.
Yeah,
so
and I always wanted to get rid
you
of
in this
super
point
combo
only
because
had
draw a
a few.
card.
This point you only had 3 other cards in hand. You're at 4 life, and you can see. So this is where actually I think you even mentioned you actually made the misplay because so you're attacking with your units first.
Right. Yeah, that was a big
This is
one.
where I missed.
You could have attacked with your battle cards first.
And then triple attacked, and then go for initially.
And he has no unison now, so
Yeah.
he can't dormant potential unleashed.
Yeah, you would have put a lot of pressure on that turn.
Yeah.
Especially since I had you. Oh, you know what it was. He
you
didn't.
had- I
He
couldn't
didn't
do
because
it.
I had the Frieza effect on
Frieza
him.
effect. Yeah,
So if
I
he
That's
would have summoned a battle
right.
card, he would have had to sack another
You know
one.
what? That's right.
Yeah,
That's why.
I forgot about
Okay, yeah.
that.
And so
That
I
makes
did.
sense.
I did tap out, and I did use
Pilaf Castle.
Pilaf Castle.
It basically lets you filter.
Yeah, that card's value.
So you put 2 under, you draw 3.
You can get your targets, your robots back in deck if you have them in hand, and then you get to draw
Yeah.
3. That's
And
really
then
good.
after that, I just passed turn. There was
Yeah,
nothing
it
else
was
I could do.
solid. You did value that turn.
Yeah. So with your unison at 1, you can't counterplay, but you can still, I believe, use the counter attack effect, the Wolfing Fist.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
yes.
just requires you to have a
Like
red
a unison
unison.
in
Yes.
play.
and be a mono red leader.
Right.
So
Which
as you
is
can see,
easy to
he
forget.
skips charge.
I think, yeah. Yeah, so you skip charge, you
Finally,
play.
the Goldo comes out.
Finally, Goldo
know.
comes out.
I was like,
And
geez.
Goldo lets you look
Goldo's
at top
really good. He
5.
lets you scry top 5 and put him in any order, top or bottom.
But so you don't add anything to
You
hand
don't add
yourself.
anything,
Okay.
but it's like guarantees your leader.
Yeah. So if you have the leader, yeah.
And as you guys can see, I am at 3 life.
And it's top and or bottom, right? Like the Jace?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's different from like the other cards that were when they say top or bottom, like TOP
Yeah,
Arena.
so what's nice is if you can kind of stack your draw because
Shoot.
Yeah.
you
Imagine
can
if
do a
TOP
Ginyu Force on
does
top
that.
and then what the card you want to draw
Yeah.
comes second.
And like I said, so you said it's top and or bottom. So instead of a card like TOP Arena where it's top or bottom
yeah,
only.
one or the other. No, this one you actually get to pick and
Yeah,
choose.
so you can put 1 on top, 4 on bottom, vice versa, 33,
So I took
32,
the
whatever it be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birder, get the card I want.
Yeah, which is it's a card that restands. It's a blocker. And so does it kill a card when you attack? How did that work? Because you attack and he sacrifices. Oh, you
I think
comboed
you
that
just
card.
combo from board. Yeah.
Okay, you comboed on another attack. Okay. So you basically go all in right here. So right, so
This is-
15, 25, 35,000.
And he has no hand.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is Josh's last stand.
This is my last gas. I already know I'm not going to survive your next turn onslaught.
well,
I'm in a bad spot.
Yeah, if you could have taken the chance, right? Because if he only has the 1 battle card, he would have to get 2 more to have a chance to try to get the triple
But
attack off.
I sacked the machines because you know, looking at my deck, I know how many cards I have that are in there. So if
Plus,
I could sack them,
those machines all have unique.
Yeah,
so if
so-
you have another one in hand, you would need to combo
play
that
it.
off the board anyways
Yeah.
to
Play it again.
replay 3 more.
Yeah.
So
so I think it was very, very valuable.
Yeah, so you go. So that's at 25, 35, and you only need 5 more, and that's just an easy. You even have
See,
the Yamcha on board.
the main reason why I did do this is because you were tapped out. I was not expecting to have 2 super combos. I was like, oh, okay, well,
It happens.
but you know,
It happens a lot. So right here, obviously, he's gonna be able to kill your blocker. But obviously, if he.
I skipped charge. By
So
the way,
wait,
guys.
did you have hand size?
no, I'm doing my birder.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
did his bird effect.
I have no cards in it. Like,
Okay.
So at this point, honestly, if this was in Conquest format, this is the point where I would have just scooped because I already knew I had lost. Like you were gonna kill me this turn. Like, there's nothing I could do.
Plus, I did
you
his
have all the
effect. I
advantage.
killed
Yeah.
his,
So you
blocker.
plus it gets rid of the blocker, which is really good.
Yeah,
with
that's
that,
where I was
so-
like, oh, okay.
And then the reason why I did the Goldo is so he can't do the activate main.
Oh yeah, it's activate main, not so just on the off chance that he's able to survive. Like let's say he pops off a dormant.
So he takes the card. Swing again.
I'm like, yep. I asked him if he wants to combo.
Did you
Yes,
not
he
have
does.
dormant
He doesn't.
potential at least in there?
No, I haven't. I just didn't draw.
You just couldn't draw into it. Couldn't draw into it. You draw into 1 unison. How many unisons?
Yeah,
did you
I
draw?
play 4 unisons, and I only saw that
So
one freeze.
right here, I did the other
You
machine.
see, this man ran 3 separate unisons. You should have been doing that, Josh.
And then
Yeah.
also
Yeah,
in my
so-
hand, I had Topo the whole time, so I knew that I was in a good spot. Even if I passed turn, I was gonna Topo him, and him being in a low hand size, he's not gonna obviously.
So did you have the card to play the other 2 in the hand when you started that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah. What I was thinking you maybe could have done was attack with the
no,
battle card
see,
first,
that was
and
the
then
turn.
play.
This was the turn.
That
I
was the
should've
turn where
done
you
triple
could have
attack.
gave the unison triple attack.
Yeah.
You could have did the robots first, swing with all that, and
Yeah.
leave the unison standing.
Just on the off chance that Josh pulls off
Survive.
a crazy
But
combo.
still, that was still game. I still ended up comboing out. Even though I had one card in hand, I had
Yeah.
two right there.
Yeah, it was a very straightforward game, but it was still very competitive. Josh had an early advantage because Benny's took a little bit longer to set up, but the moment that Benny's really got going, and obviously having the 2-drop unison, it's not the greatest unison, but it is a 2-drop that allows him to have that little bit of defensive capability with the free play counterplay and the free play counterattacks. It really slows Josh down, and you can kind of just see just how fast this kind of deck can pop off too. But also just if he hadn't been able to stop all that, Josh, you would have been able to just flood the board with all
I
4
think
of
the
your
turning,
stuff.
the turning point of the game was that one turn where he had the woofing fist and the denial.
Yeah.
Like that being able to stop, getting rid of those threats, him not having to use hand size, and then the following turn dropping Sin Shenron. I feel like that was gave him the advantage in his favor.
Oh yeah.
And
So
and Denial of Hope is such a sleeper card.
It is,
People
honestly.
stop using that card because of all the free play, cards that
Yeah.
are out with unisons. I personally like putting Denial of Hope in all my red decks, and I got that from Dakota here. Dakota is the one that did do that. in this pan deck. It's very
I
annoying.
ran it, yeah. Basically, like the red free play cards aren't bad, but they're not amazing. So using other counterplay things like Vegeta exploiting or Denial of Hope are obviously very, very valuable right now, especially since they still hit a wide range of things.
Yeah.
So they're certainly very good to put in a deck if you can fit it up. So that's going to be it for this first game, this first video. We're going to be moving on to the next one, which will be Vegito versus, what was it, VJX?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was
That
Vegeta and Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegito and VJX. So go ahead and check out that video.